everyone. Thanks for joining us. We're going to do a 45-minute power yoga practice. Trainer JB is here to help kind of move with us through our flow. So find a nice comfortable seat, close your eyes, and listen to your body as you move through your practice. We'll start by settling in. Take a nice deep, full breath in. Fill up and sigh it out. Good. Do that again. Inhale, fill. And exhale, soften. Start to let go. And scan your body, releasing the grip through your fingers, through your toes. Allowing the breath to start moving through your body, building a little bit of heat. On your next inhale, bring your shoulders all the way up to your ears, really nice and tight. And on the exhale, bring them back and let them drop all the way down. Good. Fingers softening, toes releasing, head reaching nice and long to the ceiling. Good. One more big full breath in. And a long exhale out. Take your hands to your heart. Bow your head. Take a moment to set an intention, a dedication, or maybe a mantra for your practice that will help move you as we move through our practice. Good. One more big full breath in and a long breath out. We'll start in child's pose, and let's make this a nice wide child's pose. So big toes are together, you're reaching your arms nice and long, and booty is sinking all the way back to your heels. Good. Take a moment, spread your palms out really nice and wide. Take up some space, and then slowly make your way into your hips. Take a big breath in here. And on the exhale, sink a little deeper. Let your hips work down towards your heels. And let the top half of your body start to get really heavy. So palms are heavy on your mat. Arms are nice and heavy. And you're starting to let all of that weight that you're holding, all those that tension in your muscles starting to sink and release. Good. Take another full inhale here. Exhale, heart melts down towards your mat. On your next inhale, come on up into downward facing dog and start to move around. So we're bending our knees, maybe dipping one knee across our body and then the other, starting to find some space in our bodies here, moving, finding some organic movement that feels really good right now. And then we'll find some stillness. Take a big full breath in here. Fill up as much as you can. And exhale everything out. Soften through your shoulders here. Good. On your next inhale, come up high onto your toes, as high as you can. And on the exhale, let your heels drop. Lift your hips up really nice and high to the ceiling. Heart is going to start to melt here. Good. On your next inhale, come up high again. Don't compromise through your shoulders. So coming up as high as you can, hips lift. Exhale, let your heels drop over to the right side of your mat this time. Find a little bit of stretch, a little space through your body. Good. Inhale through center, come up high onto your toes. Exhale, let your heels drop to the left side of your mat this time. Good. Settling in, breathing in really nice and deep. Inhaling here, fill up. Exhale, let it go. Good. One more big breath this time. Bring it up through center, nice and high. Let your heels drop straight down your mat. Good. Walk your hands to meet your feet at the back of your mat. Nice tight core here. Start to engage, get nice and active. Inhale to a halfway lift, and we're going to pause here. So you want to find that length. Hips are reaching back. Head is reaching really long to the front of your mat here, and you're working that spine really long. Good. Inhale, fold all the way in. Release. Let your head and your neck go. Inhale, big breath in. Reach all the way up. Stand big. Take it up all the way to the ceiling. And then dive. Let it go. Inhale, halfway lift, find that length. Exhale, fold, walk it out into plank pose. Good. Start to activate everything here. So core is active, booty is nice and tight, legs are active, and you're starting to build that heat again. Breathe in through your nose, nice and tight. Exhale, let it go. Good. Do that again. Inhale through your nose. Exhale, let it go. One more time. Inhale through your nose. Rock forward, this time over your and take it all the way down. Lower through your chaturanga. Shine your heart up big here. Good. Push back, downward facing dog. We'll take one full round of breath and let it go. Good. Inhale your right leg nice and long behind you. Start to find the length here. So you're reaching that foot up and back, extending as far as you can, and then take a breath in and grow it a little longer. Good. Bend, stack, and open here. Start to work the space through your hips. You can take some circles, maybe big circles, really getting into the hip joint here. Good. Take those circles in the opposite direction. Reach your leg nice and long behind you. Good. Hips nice and square to your mat now, and drive your knee into your nose. Crunch it in really tight. Good. Extend. Knee to your nose. Bring it in. Good. Reach nice and long. Knee to your nose. Really, really tight. Good. Step that foot to the top of your mat. Runner's lunge. Good. One hand on either side here, and you're going to start to bring it forward. So lift your heart as you walk forward, opening through your hip here. Good. Straighten. Sink back. Release. Stretch into your hamstring. Head and neck are going to let go here. Find some space. Give your head a little head and neck a little shake if you need to. Good. Inhale, bend into that front leg nice and deep. Find some space through your hip. Straighten, sink back, let go. Good. Take a full inhale here. And a long breath. Good. Inhale, bend into your front knee. This time, left hand is going to find some space on the floor. Right hand is going to lift nice and high. And you're going to start to work the twist here. So reaching that right arm nice and high to the ceiling. Finding that space from the fingertips all the way in the ground to your fingertips nice and high in the ceiling. Big breath in. And on the exhale, open your heart just a little bit. Start to work the twist through your center body. Gaze is lifting. Energy is driving from your fingertips on the floor all the way up through the ceiling here. One more big breath in. Good. Deep exhale. Top hand is going to drop to the inside of your front leg, and you're going to open up in the opposite direction. Again, reaching those hands nice and high to the ceiling here. Good. We've got nice, big, active hands. Legs are nice and active. You're building the pose from the ground up, so your legs are holding you nice and strong right now. Take an inhale here. Big, full breath. On the exhale, open your heart a little bit. Lift it up towards the ceiling. Good. Nice. Let go. Inhale, big. Long breath out. Good. Drop your top hand to the ground. Step yourself back into downward facing dog. We'll take a big breath when we get there. And a long exhale. Do that again. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, let it go. Good. One more full inhale. And a long breath out. Good. Big step to the top of your mat. Forward fold. Let it go when you get there. So we're finding that nice hinging at our hips. Fingertips are brushing the floor, and you're letting your head and your neck release right now. Give it a shake. Good. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale, folds. Big breath in, reach up. Nice and tall, ground down and lift. And then dive, let it go. Inhale, half. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands, step yourself back into your plank pose. Really nice active plank pose. Lower through your chaturanga. Heart shines up nice and big. And take a pause here. Start to feel your shoulder blades working together, lifting your gaze up, finding space through your heart. Push back, downward facing dog. Take a nice full inhale. And let it go. Good. On your next breath, left leg is going to lift nice and long behind you. Start to work the length. Finger toes reaching all the way back. Bend, stack, and open here. And then start to find some of that opening through your hips. Nice big circles here. Imagine your knee is guiding the shape of that circle. Nice big round movements. Good. Take those circles in the opposite direction. And then lengthen your leg nice and long behind you. Square your hips to the mat. On your inhale, drive your knee to your nose. Crunch it in. And extend. Do that again. Nice big drive into your nose. Really close. Good. Reach it. Extend. One more time. Breath in. Crunch it into your nose. Step your foot to the top of your mat. Runner's lunge. On your inhale, start to work that. Reach forward. Heart is reaching, lifting, and then straighten. Sink back. Let go. Do that again. Inhale, bend into your front knee. Lift your heart here. Again, finding that opening through the right side of your hip. You should start to feel some sensation here. Straighten, sink back, and release. We're gonna take a full round of breath here. Let your head and your neck go. Big inhale. Long exhale. Good, do that again, fill up. And let it go. Good, bend into your front knee on the next inhale. Right hand will plant this time. The left hand is gonna take the twist, reaching up nice and high to the sky. Now to enhance this pose a little bit, come up onto your fingertips. Give yourself a little bit more space. Find some length. Good, reaching really nice and high, finding all of that space that you can. Take an inhale, fill up. Exhale, open through your heart. Reach those fingertips really nice and high, extending through your fingertips, big, active hands. Do that again. Inhale, big. Exhale. Good, drop your top hand to the inside. Twist open, reaching your right hand nice and high to the ceiling here. Good, same thing. We want to bring that energy from the ground up. So we're bending into our front knee nice and deep. Front hand is reaching down towards the earth. Right hand is reaching up nice and high. And you can take this bottom hand, brace it right up against your leg to help find some lift and some space through your center body. Good. Take a big inhale. Exhale, let it go. Good. One more time, breath in. And then drop it down. Step yourself back into your plank pose here. We're going to take a round of breath. Inhale nice and deep. Exhale, let it go. Good. One more time, fill up. And sigh it out. Good. Push yourself back into your downward facing dog. One inhale here. And a long exhale. Good. Jump or step to the top of your mat. Find a nice deep fold here. We'll inhale to a halfway lift. Long spine lengthen. Exhale, fold. Big breath in, reach up. Get nice and tall as you stand. And then dive. Take it all the way down. Fold. Good. Inhale, half. Exhale, fold. Breath in, reach tall, stand big. And dive, let it go. Good, one more time, inhale, halfway lift. And fold. Breath in, reach tall. Take a seat, Utkatasana. So you're working to that imaginary chair behind you, that little kindergarten chair. You gotta sink your booty all the way down, good. So we're finding into the depths of our legs here. Our hips are tucked under and we're sinking our booty back. Heart is starting to lift here. So if you feel the urge to start to drop your chest up, lift your gaze. Your heart is always gonna follow where your gaze goes. So we're lifting nice and high and we're sinking into the depths of our legs. And where do we go? We go right to our breath. So that sensation that you're feeling, you're breathing through it. You're inhaling nice and deep. You're exhaling, releasing everything. Good, we've got one more big inhale here. Exhale, let it go. Good, forward folds. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, folds. Jump or step back into your plank pose, lower through chaturanga. Shine your heart up big and push back, downward facing dog. We'll take a big breath in here. And a long breath out. Good, right foot steps to the top of your mat, warrior one. So in warrior one, our hips are nice and square to the front. Imagine you've got some lights on your hips and you're reaching them forward. You can take your hips, hands, put them on your hips so you check out to make sure you're really nice and squared. Arms reach nice and big. And that back foot is at about 45 degrees. So we're sinking into our legs nice and deep here. Take a breath in. Sink in just a little more. Good, take your hands all the way to the floor, lower through your chaturanga. Shine your heart up when you get there. And push back, downward facing dog. Nice full inhale. And a long exhale. Good. Left foot to the top of your mat this time, warrior one. Same thing when you get there. Stand yourself up strong. Arms reach really high to the ceiling, sinking into the strength of your legs here. Take a big breath. And a long exhale. Good. Take your hands all the way down. Find your way through your chaturanga. Shine up and push back. Downward facing dog. We'll take another round of breath. And a long exhale. Jump or step to the top of your mat. Nice deep forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Big breath in, stand tall, reach up big, and take a seat, Utkatasana. Find that depth. Go to the point where you start to feel it right away. Good, take an inhale. Find a little bit more depth. Good, hands come to heart. Start to find some resistance here, so push into those hands. Start to feel your shoulder blades working together. We're going to take a big breath in, and we're going to twist to the right. So your left elbow is going to work towards your right leg. Now the first thing I want you to do is check in with your knees here. You may start to see that your left knee is sneaking out a little bit. Square your hips up, pull your left knee back. Good, take an inhale. Sink yourself a little lower. And then open your arms really nice and big. Start to find the space here. This left arm that's crossing over into your right leg, use it to help you find some space. So you're going to start to twist right at your center body. Heart is going to lift, and you're going to use the resistance from your left leg, your left arm on your right leg to open your heart a little bit more. Fingertips are reaching, and we are sticking with that breath. Take one more inhale and an exhale. Good, fold all the way down. Let it go. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Big breath in, reach tall, stand up. And dive, let it go. Good, inhale, half. Exhale, fold. Big breath in, reach tall, take it all the way up. And find your way back into your Utkatasana. Sink it all the way down. Good. Big inhale here. And a long exhale. Good, bring those hands to heart. Take a big inhale and twist it to the left. So your right elbow is working towards your left leg. And again, checking in, making sure that your knees are nice and even and they're touching and we're sinking down. We're getting our booty just a little bit lower to the ground here. Good, open your arms up really big, floor to ceiling. Bring that energy here, starting to work the twist. Inhale big. Exhale, reach a little bigger. Twist right through that center body, right at your waist here. Good, inhale, do it again. Exhale, a little bit more space. Good, one more time, big breath. And a long exhale, good. Take it all the way back through center. Keep those Utkatasana legs reaching your arms nice and high. And forward fold, let it go. Good, give your legs a nice little shake here. And then inhale, find your halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Big breath in, reach tall, stand big. Exhale, dive. Good, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, folds, plant your hands, jump or step back into your plank pose, lower through chaturanga, shine up big and push back, downward facing dog. Big inhale here, and a long breath out. Good, do that again, fill up, side out, right leg to the top of your mat, warrior two, stand it up nice and strong. So we're working that 90 degrees right at the front of our leg, and we want to protect our knees here. So check in before you make any other movements. Make sure your front knee isn't dipping over to the inside. Take those muscles, pull your knee so it's right over, opening up towards your pinky toe side of your foot here. And then we're releasing through our shoulders. Arms are nice and long, front to back. Take a big inhale here. And an exhale. Good, do that again. Fill up. Exhale, sink into the strength of your legs right now. And then reverse your warrior, take it up and back. Good, find some opening through your side body here. So you're letting that right arm reach up nice and high, finding all of that space. Good, forearm to thigh. Reach that top hand nice and long. One straight line from your back foot all the way up to the tips of your fingers. Keeping that space through your center body here. So we're still lifting up through our core. Inhale, reverse, take it up and back. Good. Extend your warrior front hand to the inside of your front leg. Keep that front knee nice and bent at 90 degrees. Good. Inhale, reverse, take it up and back. And then pinwheel your hands all the way down. Find your way through your chaturanga. Shine your heart up when you get there. And push back. Downward facing dog. We'll take an inhale here. And a long exhale. Good. Left leg to the top of your mat. Warrior two. Step it up and sink right into your strength here. So we're finding all of that depth. Using our legs to help keep this pose nice and strong. Back toes are pointing towards the side of your mat here. So if you want to check in, make sure that your front foot is facing the front of your mat and your back toes are facing the side of your mat here. And we're nice and deep in our legs. Now inhale, reverse your warrior, take it up. Good. Forearm to thigh, really nice and long, keeping that depth. Inhale, take it up and back, reverse. Extend your warrior, front hand to the inside. Keep those legs nice and strong. Again, finding that lift through your center body here, really active core, gaze up to your top hand, and then reverse, take it up and back. Good, big arms, pinwheel all the way down to the earth. Lower through your chaturanga and push back, downward facing dog. Take a big inhale here and a long exhale. Good, do that again, inhale big. Sigh it out. Good, one more time, fill up with breath and let it go. Good, take a walk, hands to meet your feet back of the mat. We'll inhale, find a halfway lift when we get there. Exhale, fold. Big breath in, stand tall, reach really big, as high as you can. Nice slow dive, take it down. Good, inhale, half. Exhale, fold. Big breath in, reach nice and tall. And we'll take tree on our right side. So you're just gonna take this nice and simple. Right leg is gonna come up off your mat. You can kickstand, you can find it on your calf, or you can take it right up above your knee. Your choice here. Just make sure we're protecting our knee. And you're starting to work your knee to the outside. Arms can reach up. They can stay at your heart. You can even take them behind your back for reverse namaste. Your choice right now. But this tree is your place to find a little bit of freedom. I want you to find some movements, some space for growth. Maybe get a little brave in this pose. Can you take your gaze up? Maybe work your knee out just a little bit more to help grow your tree. And if you wobble a little, that's all right. The wind is always moving those trees around a little bit outside. Good. Take an inhale here, ground down into your bottom foot, grow your spine just a little longer. Good. Take your leg out long in front of you. And we're gonna pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Big gentle step right into airplane. So that front foot is gonna hit the mat, back leg is lifting nice and long. Arms are gonna come long behind us here and palms are gonna face the earth. So imagine you have a table underneath your palms and you're pushing your palms down into the earth. Leg is lifting really long behind you and you're starting to lift your heart here. Good, finding all of this space. Leg is reaching really long behind you. Take it back just a little bit further. Good, and then reach your arms long to the front for warrior 3. Again, hips are nice and square, making sure that you're activating that back foot, flexing through your foot, powering your toes down towards your mat. And then drop your fingertips down to the mat. Lift your back leg up for standing split on this side. Head is going to drop. Toes are reaching nice and high here. And we're working. You're feeling that sensation right through the back of your leg. Take a big breath in and lift your toes just a little bit higher here. Good. You got it. Good. Another inhale. One more exhale. Good. Big fold. Let it go. Give your legs a really nice shake here. Inhale, find your halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Big breath in, reach tall, stand big. And dive down, let it go. Good. Inhale, half. And fold. Big breath in, reach. And dive. Good. Plant your hands, step yourself back into your downward facing dog. Good. Hips lifting high. Let's take a full breath in here. And on the exhale, soften. Let your heart melt just a little. Good. Walk your hands to meet your feet at the back of the mat. Inhale, find your halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Big breath in, reach, stand tall. And find your tree on your left side. Good. So again, we're working that tree pose. Foot is coming either to kickstand, right at your calf, or up above your leg, up above your knee, just protecting your knee, making sure you're not putting your foot on that joint. Hands can come to heart. You can grow your branches. You can take namaste behind you, whatever feels good. We're working on finding growth here. Growing our tree nice and tall. Getting a little courageous in this pose. pushing past what feels comfortable into something that feels a little bit out of the ordinary here, reminding ourselves that no matter what we've got going on, we've got a little extra courage down there that can help us push through something. Good. Take a big breath in here. Ground down on the exhale. Grow your spine. Reach your head a little higher towards the ceiling. Good. Really nice. Lengthen your left leg long behind you now, and we're going to take long in front of you, and we're going to pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Gentle step right into that airplane. Arms are going to come long by your sides, palms to the ground. Heart is starting to lift here. Good. Finding that space. Again, imagining that you've got that table next to you and you're pushing your hands down to lift your heart up here. Find some space. Really nice. Good. Reach your arms long above your head for warrior 3. Hips are square to the ground here. Flexing through your foot. Nice active feet here. And then drop your fingertips to the ground. Lift your toes high to the ceiling for standing split. Good. Letting your head and your neck go in this pose as you work that back leg up towards the ceiling just a little bit more. And then if you're feeling really brave, maybe you play with the balance a little bit. You take one hand off the mat, place it on your ankle, place it on your leg. Maybe you sit in this pose and really work on finding the space between your bottom leg and your top leg. Good. Breathing in here nice and deep. And exhale, let it go. Fold everything in. Give your legs a really nice shake here. And then you want to find a little bit of space. Heel toe your feet so you have a little bit of space here. Keep that fold nice and deep. And we're going to take yogi toe hold. So grab your big toes with your thumb and your forefinger. Start to pull your heart in towards your legs. Elbows working out to the side to help create that deep pulling motion in towards your legs here. We're softening through our knees, giving our back a nice gentle release here. There's no need to be cranking through our back right now, so making sure that we're protecting our backs and we're working our heart in while keeping our legs nice and soft. You can give your head a nice shake, yes and no. Release any of that tension that you're still holding on to. Reminding yourself that this is your time, and so taking advantage of the opportunity to let go of something that's not serving you right now is really important. Whether it's physically in your body, whether it's something lingering in your mind or in your heart. Take a big breath in and then let it go. Good. Release your toes, plant your hands on the mat, and find your way back into your downward facing dog. We'll take a big inhale here and a long exhale. Good. On your next inhale, right leg is going to step to the top of your mat, warrior 2. Good. Finding that strength in this pose here. Getting into the depth of your legs. Remembering that the legs are what holds you nice and strong in this pose. Good. Check in with your shoulders here. Sometimes we have a tendency to accidentally pull ourselves forward here. And if you feel like you're reaching too far, make sure you're pulling yourself back. You want your hips nice, your shoulders nice and square over your hips here. Good. We'll take a big breath in and an exhale. On your next inhale, reverse your warrior, take it up and back. Good. Extend your warrior. Front hand is going to drop to the inside of your front leg. Big reach. Good. Inhale, take it up and back. Reverse. Extend your warrior. Front hand to the inside here. Good. And then I want you to just straighten your front leg. Find your way into your triangle here. So you're going to start to feel that lift happen. You're going to start to feel that space through your core start to lift. And your arm is going to get nice and long. Now, if you guys have a block at home, a stack of books at home, this is a great place to use a prop. Take your block, take your books, put it right by your foot and place your hand on it. It's going to help to activate through your center body here. It's going to give you the support you need to help lift through your core and find a little bit of space. Now, in this triangle, we're breathing. We are always sticking to our breath here. Take an inhale. And on the exhale, I want you to soften. Shoulder blades are starting to work together here. Gaze is lifting up. If you need to give your neck a little break, take it down to the earth for a moment. You can do that. But then returning your gaze up to your top hand. Good, starting to feel and move through some of those tiny micro movements as we work to stack our hips over one another, imagining that we're working towards this nice flat wall behind us. Good, we'll take an inhale, reverse, take it up and back. Good, really nice stretch here. And then I want you to square to the front for crescent lunge. So your back toe is going to tuck under. You're going to turn yourself towards the front of your mat here. Good. Now take your back foot, step it up about halfway up your mat. Hips are nice and square. Reaching your arms nice and long. Start to reach yourself forward. We're going to find our way into pyramid here. Reaching, keeping the length through your spine, and then dropping all the way down. Again, this is a great place if you have a block, if you have some books, something to support to put under your hands as you work into this stretch a little bit. But if using the block or the books is giving you too much space, I would encourage you to move them. Give yourself the space to really release into this. So letting your head, letting your neck go. If taking your hands and wrapping them around your back feels good to help give you the space you need to really take advantage of this pose, then do that. Again, yoga is all about finding small micro movements that help us find space in our bodies. Sometimes it takes a little bit of exploration. Sometimes it takes a little bit of playful movement. But doing what we need to give ourselves the space and the freedom we need in our bodies to feel good is so important. Scanning to see if you're gripping through your toes in this pose. Just finding space to let go, even releasing through your head, through your neck. Good. Inhale, really nice and big. And exhale, let it go. Good. Take a big step to the top of your mat. Find a deep fold and move those legs. Bring a little bit of that sensation back here. We'll inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Good. Big breath in. Stand nice and tall. Reach up nice and big. Good. Ground down into your feet. Take your arms long to the sides for Tadasana here. So they're coming out nice and long to the sides. Feet are grounding down if you want to. If you feel comfortable, close your eyes for a second here. We're going to take a nice full rounded breath. And an exhale. Good. Inhale again, big full breath. On the exhale, soften through your shoulders. Let them release a little bit. Good. One more big inhale. And let it go. Good. Inhale, big breath in. Reach your arms long, up above your head. Open your eyes. Fold all the way in. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Right foot is going to step back, runner's lunge, and stand yourself up into your warrior two on this side. Good. Again, building that strength through this pose here. Really checking in to make sure that front knee isn't sneaking over your toes. So if you see that your feet are tucked under a little bit and your knee is going a little too far, sneak your foot out a little bit. Give yourself some space. Protect your knee here. Good. We'll take a big inhale and a long exhale. Good. On your inhale, reverse your warrior. Take it up and back. Give yourself some space through the side body. Good. Nice reach. And then extend your warrior front hand to the inside. Good. Finding that length. Inhale, take it up and back. Extend your warrior. Drop it all the way down. Good. And then straighten through your front leg. Let your center body lift, active through your core. Find your way into your triangle here. Again, using that block or those books if you have them in the room to help find the space here. So we're working on taking and stacking this top hip over your bottom hip. So start to play around a little bit. Sometimes it's a matter of tucking your booty under a little bit. You'll feel that shift when you start to bring the left side of your booty in a little bit, opening through the front side of your hip to help find some space in your triangle here. Good, nice long energized arms, breathing in really nice and deep. And exhaling, let it go. Good, another full breath in. And a long breath out. On your inhale, reverse your warrior. Take it up and back. Nice stretch through your side body. And square yourself to the front with your crescent lunge. Back toe tucks under, hips square to the front. And then step that back foot back. Set yourself up for pyramid and make sure that you're not walking on a tightrope. Hips are nice and square and you've got some space between your feet. You need some stability in this pose here. Reach your arms up really nice and high. Start to hinge at your hips and take it forward. Drop yourself into pyramid pose here. Again, letting the let go happen. Letting the let go happen. Give yourself permission to let go here. So we're releasing head, neck, gripping through our fingers, trying to let that go. Gripping through our toes. It is okay to let go right now. It is okay to give yourself space. Give yourself some release right now. If you need to, shake your head a little bit, yes and no. Releasing through your neck and your shoulders, really starting to let any of that tension that you're holding start to wash off your shoulders and right into your mat. And if you feel like you're not getting enough sensation by using the prop, you can play around a little bit with your arms. Maybe it's hands on your legs, hands wrapped around your back so you can work your heart a little closer to your leg. Feeling into your body, giving yourself permission to see what feels good, to find a little bit of movement here. Good. We'll take one more round of breath. And then you're gently going to step your right foot back, turn yourself towards the side of your mat, and we're going to take it into track star here. So we're going to start to work from side to side. And this is a place that can get really playful and fun. You feel into your body, let yourself find the movement that feels good through your hips. So you can keep it low. You can move nice and slow. You can turn your hips in. You can lift your arms open. You might hear some snack, crackle, pop, some of those joints starting to find some new movement that they haven't felt yet today. And then we'll find a nice wide angle forward fold. Good. Inhale, find your halfway lift. Arms are going to get nice and long here. Big active core. So you're reaching your arms really long, front to back. Head and spine are getting really long. Good. Then fold all the way in again. Release. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. And then exhale, fold all the way down. Now this is your chance to take some time here. Whatever feels good in this wide angle forward fold, all kinds of variations, all kinds of options here with your arms. If you have an inversion in your practice and you want to take it up into your headstand, you can do that. This is your time to play a little bit. So JB here is taking opposite elbows, giving himself the opportunity to release through his head and his neck and his shoulders just a little bit more. You can grab around your legs. You can walk your hands out into wide angle downward facing dog, or walk your hands back through your legs to help pull your heart into your mat a little bit more. A lot of different places to explore in this pose. Good. We'll take one more big breath in here. And a long exhale. Good. And we'll turn to runner's lunge at the top of our mat. Step your front foot back into downward facing dog. Good. Lift your hips nice and high here. Take a big breath in. And a long breath out. Good. One more time, big inhale. And sigh it out. Good. On your next inhale, lift your right leg nice and long behind you. Bend, stack, and open. And we're going to take our way into our pigeon here. So that top leg is going to work towards the top of your mat. Right knee towards your right hand. Right toes working towards your left hand. And you're sitting up nice and tall in your body here. So before you settle in, make sure your hips are really nice and square in your pigeon here. You may need a block or a towel to put under your hip here, making sure that you're giving yourself the space and the support that you need. And then fold on in. Let your heart work towards the earth here, softening through the top half of your body. And again, letting yourself find the space that you need. Taking the time to keep yourself present in this pose, whether it's paying attention to your breath, reconnecting to the breath if you've lost the connection through your movement. Maybe bringing your awareness to some of the noise going on around you. Maybe it's quiet and there's birds outside. Maybe you've got some music playing, or maybe you've got some kids in the background trying to practice with you. Tapping into that awareness, bringing yourself into the present moment here, and softening into the pose. Again, using this time to release. There's nothing in this pose that you need to hold on to right now. Good. On your inhale, slowly start to make your way up and find your way back into your downward facing dog. When you get there, take the movement that you need. Maybe you shake your leg out. Maybe you reach it long behind you. And you know what feels good in your body right now. So just taking the time you need to reset. And then finding your downward facing dog again. Good. We'll take an inhale here. And a long exhale. Good. On your next inhale, left leg gets nice and long behind you. Reaching. Bend, stack, and open. And make your way into your pigeon on this side. Good. Again, making sure you're setting yourself up nice and tall. Spine is really long. Hips are nice and square to the front. And then lowering yourself down, using that support, that block, that towel if you need to, under the left side of your booty or under your arms to help support you so you're not holding on. You're allowing yourself to release into the pose here. Maybe doing a scan this time, starting with your back foot, checking in to see where you're gripping, where there's still tension that you need to send your breath to. And softening, giving yourself permission to soften. We'll take one more big inhale here. Let it go on the exhale. Good. On your next breath, start to make your way up. Swing your back leg around. Lengthen your legs nice and long in front of you. And when you get there, give them a little shake. Bring that sensation back. Then we'll make our way onto our backs. You're going to bend your knees, plant the soles of your feet on your mat. Your arms are going to get nice and long beside you, fingertips pointing towards your toes. You almost want your heels to be close enough that your fingertips can touch. So you want to have a little bit of space there. Good. On your inhale, you're going to ground down into your feet. Lift your hips up towards the ceiling for bridge pose. Good. So your arms are reaching nice and long. And if you need to, take your arms, bind them up behind your back, and allow your heart to open up a little bit here. Bring those shoulder blades together. Good. Keeping your head and your neck nice and flat on the earth here. Breathing into this pose, using those inhales to lift just a little bit higher. Find that space and that opening through the front side of your body. Good. Do that again. Inhale. On the exhale, soften, release. Take it all the way down. Let go. Good. We'll do a cleansing breath in here. And a long breath out. Good. We've got one more. Bridge or wheel, your choice. On the inhale, you're going to take it all the way up, making sure that whatever pose you're taking is something you feel safe and comfortable in at home. Big inhale here. And exhale. Maybe in the bridge you're starting to work or in the wheel you're starting to work your nose towards the back of the room, opening through your shoulders. Good. Release everything down to the mat. Take it all the way down to the earth. Soles of your feet can come together. Let your knees drop out for Supta Baddha Konasana. One hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. You can soften your gaze. Close your eyes here and reconnect to your breath. reach down, grab your knees, pull them into your chest nice and tight. Head and neck are going to stay released on your mat here. Knees pulling into your chest, giving yourself a really nice hug. And then if you want to, you can rock from side to side a little bit. Release your sacrum. Just take a little bit more release for your back. Good. Then you're going to release your hands. Take your right leg, cross it over your left. Let your arms get nice and long to the side here, and we'll take spinal twist. So shoulders are going to stay nice and flat on the earth. Let your right knee drop over to the left side of your body here. You can even take your gaze to the right for a little bit extra. Or if you feel like you need even more sensation, left hand can reach up and connect with your right leg to pull your legs down deeper into the twist here. Good, using that breath to find some space. Nice inhale through center. Switch your legs. Left leg is going to cross over your right leg. Letting your knees drop off to the right. You can switch your gaze over to the left this time, finding some deep opening through your spine. Again, taking the assist if you need to, giving yourself a little love, a little self-assist here, deepening that stretch. Inhaling yourself through center, unwind your legs, and then take your legs nice and long all the way down to your mat. Good, arms are going to come long to your sides. We'll take a big breath in together. Close your eyes. And then slowly start to let your body soften. Head, shoulders, back, all the way down through your hips, down through your legs, and all the way down to your toes, slowly starting to melt into the mat as you settle in for Shavasana. Since you're home, you have the choice to take Shavasana for as long as you want. And when you're ready to start coming out, bring some movement to your fingers and to your toes. You can start to deepen your breath. And then find your way into a nice tight ball on your favorite side, hugging your knees really tight into your chest, letting your forehead rest on the mat. Taking this moment to pause, to regenerate, and then keeping your eyes closed, make your way back to a comfortable seated position. Sitting up nice and tall in your body, we'll take one big cleansing breath together. Inhale big, reach your arms up, and on the exhale, bring them through heart center. Good. Bow your head. Take a moment to acknowledge the intention or the dedication that you set at the beginning of your practice. You can have a moment of gratitude here if that feels right. And then we'll begin, or end, because this is the end, with the sound of Om. Take a big breath in. Take your thumbs to your forehead. The light and the love in me honors the light and the love in you. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you enjoyed the practice. Please stay well.